All right, hello everybody. It's the Elevator and Airplane Finder here, and I'd like to welcome you all to another very exciting video. That's right, I'm bringing you all yet another airport update. And guess what? It's the new year. It is officially 2025, and it's pretty hard to believe how fast 2024 went by. But I have high hopes for how this year will turn out. And with that said, I decided to bring you all an airport update because it's January of 2025, and I want to get back into the habit of doing airport updates this year because I definitely slacked in 2024. But I'm going to bring them back this year, hopefully, and so stay tuned. But with that said, the airport is very busy today. We have a ton of departing flights, and as you can see, a new taxiway has been added. Right there. And it is because I got rid of one of my United gates in favor of this because the line of planes over here was getting atrociously long, and that just led to a ton of congestion and delays. So I took out one of the United gates and put a new taxiway in right there, so certain planes at Domestic Terminal 1 can take a shortcut to get to the runway. But yeah, that's the only major change for the airport so far. It is a weekday, so the FedEx hub is pretty active. But I don't want to keep y'all waiting. Let's go ahead and get started with the first airport update of 2025. So let's go. All right, let's get this show started. So on runway 2, we have the United 757-200, which is just about ready to take off, and it is heading off to San Francisco. Next in line, we have the Aer Lingus A320, which will be heading off to Shannon, but we'll make a stop in Boston and Keflavik for fuel. We have an American 787-8, which is going to be heading off to Athens. We have a Southwest 737 MAX 8 in the Canyon Blue colors. This is taxiing for departure to Las Vegas. Next, we have the Southwest 737 MAX 8 in the pink 1 livery. This is heading off to Charleston. And then we have the Southwest 737-700 in the Florida 1 livery. This is taxiing for departure out to Tampa. Swing back around here. We have the Delta 737-800, which is getting pushed back for Salt Lake City. Behind it, we have a Southwest 737-800, which is heading off to Orlando. On runway 3, we have the United 787-10, which is getting ready to take off for Barcelona. However, it has to wait for this American 767-300 because it has just landed from Miami. Here we have an Air Canada 777-200LR, which is taxiing for departure to Toronto. We have a Hawaiian A330-200, which is taxiing out for Honolulu. United Express E170, this is taxiing for departure to Chicago O'Hare. We have a United 737-900ER in the Eco Skies livery, taxiing for departure out to Denver. We have a Southwest 737 MAX 8 in the Amul 1 livery. This is taxiing for departure heading off to Lihue, but it will make a stop in Las Vegas for fuel. All right, now we're going to head over to the Delta terminal. So starting off, we have the Delta Connection E175. This is preparing for its pushback, and it'll be heading off to Minneapolis. Delta 757-300. This has just landed from Los Angeles. Delta 767-300ER. This also just landed, and this one has come in from Milan. A new destination, by the way. And then here we have the Delta A350-900, which is getting loaded up right now. And it'll be pushing back in about 45 minutes, and it'll be taking off for Paris Charles de Gaulle. All right, onward to domestic terminal 2, and we're going to start over here on the brand new Allegiant corner. So starting off, we have the Allegiant Air MD-80, which is resting and will be leaving in, say, about an hour or so, and it will be heading off to St. Petersburg. Here we have the Allegiant 757-200, which is also resting. This one will be leaving around the same time as that one. This one will be heading to Las Vegas. Here we have a JetBlue A321neo, which is getting ready to push back for Boston. We have the Alaska 737 MAX 9 in the West Coast Wonders livery. This has just pulled into its gate. It just landed from Fairbanks. Alaska 737-800 in the Star Wars livery. This will be starting its boarding process soon, and it will be heading off to Portland in about 45 minutes. Alaska 737-900ER. This is resting and will be leaving in about 2 hours or so for Seattle. We have the Alaska 737-800 in the Honoring Those Who Serve livery. This is just about ready to push back, and it will be heading off to Anchorage. On to American. We have the American 737-800 in the AirCal Heritage livery. This one is also about to push back. This is going to be heading to Dallas DFW. We have the American 757-200. This will be starting its boarding process soon and will be heading to Charlotte. And here we have the American Eagle E-175. And this one will be boarding soon for Washington, D.C.A. Okay, now it's on to the international terminal, which is pretty empty because a lot of the international flights have taken off. But let's see what's at the gates. So we have the Qantas A380. This will be boarding soon for Sydney. We have an Air China 777-300ER. This will be pushing back pretty soon for Beijing. We have an Aeromexico 787-8. This one has just landed from Mexico City. And here we have the Vietnam 787-9, which is resting right now. It'll be leaving in about 2.5 hours for Hanoi. All right, so that is everything in terms of this. But let's go to Domestic Terminal 1. Here we are at Domestic Terminal 1 with Southwest and United. And as you can see, it is very empty. A lot of the flights have cleared out this evening. But let's see what we got here anyways. So first things first, we have the Southwest 737 MAX 8 in the Desert Gold colors. This is resting right now and will be leaving in about an hour and a half. It'll be heading to San Diego. We have the Southwest 737-800 in the Tennessee 1 livery. This is getting ready to push back for Nashville. Here we have a Southwest 737 MAX 8. This will be boarding soon for Austin. Got a bunch of empty gates. And here we have the Southwest 737-700 in the Cocoa livery. This will be pushing back soon for Fort Lauderdale. And here is the reconfigured United gates. As you can see, here is the new taxiway. So it essentially serves as a shortcut to runway 2. And yes, I had to get rid of one of the United gates, unfortunately. And as you can see, it's quite empty over here. But let's see, we have the United 767-300ER. This is just sitting here right now. It'll be leaving in about, say, 2 hours. It'll be heading off to London Heathrow. Got empty gate. And then we have the United 737 MAX 9, which is currently pushing back for Houston. And then we have 2 empty gates over here. But yeah, there you go. that's the domestic Terminal 1, very empty. A lot of the gates are cleared out at the international terminal too. But yeah, that's the entirety of the main campus airport. But now, let's check out the South Campus. Here we are at the FedEx Hub, and since it's a weeknight, we actually have some action going on. So, down at the end of the runway, we have the FedEx 777F, which is getting ready to take off for Osaka in Japan. And then coming into the hangar itself, we have the 767-300, which is getting ready to take off for Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And here we have the ATR 42-300. This one will be leaving later tonight for Evansville. Pretty short flight. Here we have the 757-200. This will be leaving later tonight for Oklahoma City. Here we have the 737-800. This will be leaving and heading to Detroit. Here we have the ATR 72-600. This will be heading out to... where is this heading to? It's Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yeah, I got that right. Yeah, Cedar Rapids. And here we have the ATR 72-200. This one's getting ready to take off for Sioux Falls. And here we have the MD-11. This will be heading to Oakland. Yeah, Oakland. And there you go. That is the entire FedEx Hub. Lots of action tonight. All right, everybody. So that's going to wrap up this month's airport update. It was quite a busy one this month. As you can see, we have a ton of departures. And domestic Terminal 1 really cleared out. And the international terminal as well. But domestic Terminal 2, not very much was leaving. So, kind of surprising. This new taxiway seems to be working out so far. Hopefully it relieves congestion at the airport. And yeah, pretty eventful airport update. The FedEx Hub sprawling as per usual. But with that said, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's free and you can always change your mind later. But with that said, I will see you all later. Bye, y'all.